Oh, good morning, Mishpachah and Havarim and all who join me here today. We'll continue sharing the Torah of YHWH, but before we start, let's bow our hearts and pitch this tent with Abba YHWH. Most beloved Abba, we come before you, Father, to praise you, to worship you, and to thank you most humbly for bringing us together, for yoking us to you, for marking us and calling us out. Thank you for your guidance in every step we take. Please open our eyes to see, our ears to hear, and our hearts to understand all that you will us to understand, Father. We live to serve you. We're always thinking of you and only want to please you. Thank you for being one on a list of one in my life, and hopefully in the life of many others. Through Yushua in YHWH, our Qodesh Elohim, YHWH Echad. YHWH is one. Amen. So thank you everybody for joining me here. I've left these 2 pages up, the glossary, so that you can have a look at what we're doing, what some of these words mean. I wrote it down, so I've got it in hard format next to me on the table, and then the pronunciation guide. So today we're going to start with dietary laws. So they begin with clean and unclean. Leviticus 20:25-26. And you shall make a distinction between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean birds and clean. And do not make yourself abominable by beast, or by bird, or whatever creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. See also Deuteronomy 14:3-21. Clean animals for food. Leviticus 11:3. Whatever has a split hoof completely divided, chewing the cud among the beasts, that you do eat. Clean animals. Deuteronomy 14:3-6. Do not eat whatever is abominable. These are the living creatures which you do eat: ox, sheep and goat, deer and gazelle, and roebuck and wild goat, and mountain goat, and antelope, and mountain sheep, and every beast that has a split hoof divided in 2. Chewing the cud among the beasts you do eat. See also Genesis 7:2 and 8:20. Unclean animals. Leviticus 11:4-8. Only these you do not eat among those that chew the cud, or those that have a split hoof: the camel, because it chews the cud but does not have a split hoof, it is unclean to you; and the rabbit, because it chews the cud but does not have a split hoof, it is unclean to you; and the hare, because it chews the cud and does not have a split hoof, it is unclean to you; and the pig, though it has a split hoof completely divided, yet does not chew the cud, it is unclean to you. Their flesh you do not eat, and their carcasses you do not touch, they are unclean to you. See also Leviticus 11:26-28 and Leviticus 20:25. Clean fish. Leviticus 11:9. These you do eat of all that are in the waters. Anyone that has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas or in the rivers, that you do eat. See also Deuteronomy 14:9. Unclean fish. Leviticus 11:10-12. But all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, all that move in the waters, or any living creature which is in the waters, they are an abomination to you. They are an abomination to you. Of their flesh you do not eat, and their carcasses you abominate. All that have not fins or scales in the waters is an abomination to you. See also Deuteronomy 14:10. clean birds, Deuteronomy 14:20. Any clean bird you do eat. Unclean birds, Leviticus 11:13-19. And these you do abominate among the birds, they are not eaten. They are an abomination, the eagle, the vulture, the black vulture, and the hawk, and the falcon after its kind, every raven after its kind, and the ostrich, and the nighthawk, and the seagull, and the hawk after its kind, and the little owl, and the fisher owl, and the great owl, and the white owl, and the pelican, and the carrion vulture, and the stork, the heron after its kind, and the hoopoe, and the bat. See also Leviticus 20:25 and Deuteronomy 14:12-19. Clean insects, Leviticus 11:21-22. Only these you do eat, of every flying insect that creeps on all fours, those which have jointed legs above their feet, with which to leap on the earth, these of them you do eat. The locust after its kind, and the destroying locust after its kind, and the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. Unclean insects, Leviticus 11:20 and 11:23-25. All flying insects that creep on all fours is an abomination to you. But all other flying insects which have 4 feet is an abomination to you, and by these you are made unclean. Anyone touching the carcass of any of them is unclean until evening. And anyone picking up part of the carcass of any of them has to wash his garments and shall be unclean until evening. See also Deuteronomy 14:19. All creeping creatures, unclean. Leviticus 11:29-31 and 41-43. And these are unclean to you among the creeping creatures that creep on the earth, the mole and the mouse, and the tortoise after its kind, and the gecko, and the land crocodile, and the sand reptile, and the sand lizard, and the chameleon. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Anyone who touches them when they are dead becomes unclean until evening. And every creeping creature that creeps on the earth is an abomination. It is not eaten. Whatever crawls on its stomach, and whatever goes on all fours, and whatever has made feet among all creeping creatures that creep on the earth, has many feet among all creeping creatures that creep on the earth, These you do not eat, for they are an abomination. Do not make yourselves abominable with any creeping creature that creeps, and do not make yourselves unclean with them, lest you be defiled by them. See also Leviticus 20:25. The blood, Leviticus 17:10-12 and 17:14. And any man of the house of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among you, who eats any blood, I shall turn my face against that being who eats blood, and shall cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make atonement for your lives. For it is the blood that makes atonement for the life. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, no being among you eats blood, nor does any stranger who sojourns among you eat blood. For it is the life of all flesh. Its blood is for its life. And I said to the children of Israel, do not eat the blood of any flesh, for the life of all flesh is its blood. Anyone eating of it is cut off See also Leviticus 3:17 and 7:26 and 17:11, 17:13 and 14, 19:26 and Deuteronomy 12:16, 12:23 to 24 and 15:23. Pour out and cover the blood, Leviticus 17:13, and any man from the children of Israel, or from the strangers who sojourn among you, who hunts and catches any beast or bird which is eaten, shall pour out its blood and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh, its blood is for its life. See also Deuteronomy 12:16, 12:24 and 15:23. The fat, Leviticus 7:23 to 25. Do not eat any fat of the bull or sheep or goat, and the fat of a dead body, and the fat of what is torn is used for any purpose, but you do not eat it at all. For whoever eats the fat of the beast of which men bring as an offering made by fire to Yushua, even the being who eats it shall be cut off from his people. See also Leviticus 3:17. What has died of itself, Deuteronomy 14:21. Do not eat whatever dies of itself. Give it to the stranger who is within your gates to eat it, or sell it to a foreigner. For you are a Qodesh people to Yahuwah your Elohim. See also Exodus 22:31, Leviticus 11:39 to 40, and Leviticus 17:15 and 22:8. A mother and its young, Exodus 23:19. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. See also Exodus 34:26 and Deuteronomy 14:21. That always sounds so scary to me, that you'd be cooked in your mother's milk. I mean, my goodness me. Bird with young, Deuteronomy 22:6 and 7. When you come upon a bird's nest along the way, in any tree or on the ground, with young ones or eggs, with the mother sitting on the young or on the eggs, do not take the mother with the young. Let the mother go without fail, and take the young for yourself, so that it might be well with you, and that you have prolonged days. See also Leviticus 22:28. Okay. Shocking food laws, all gone. Laws for Israel. As us people. Guard the laws. Leviticus 18:4 to 5. Do my right rulings, and guard my laws to walk in them. I am Yahuwah your Elohim, and you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Yahuwah. So, see also Exodus 15:26, Leviticus 18:26, 19:37, 20 verse 8 and 22:31, Numbers 15:40, Deuteronomy 4:1 to 6 and 4:40, and 5:1, 5:29, 5:32 to 33, 6:1 to 3, 6:17 to 18 and 6:25, 7:9 to 12, 8:1, 8:6 and 8:11, 10:13, 11:1, 11:22, 12:28, 12:32, 13:4, 13:18, 15:5, 26:17 and 18, 27:1, 28:1 to 2, 28:9, 28:13, 28:15, and 30:10 and 30:16. One Torah for all, Numbers 15:15 to 16. One law is for you, of the assembly and the strangers who sojourns with you a law forever throughout your generations. As you are, so is the stranger before YHWH. One Torah and one right ruling is for you and for the stranger who sojourns with you. See also Exodus 12:49, Leviticus 24:22, Numbers 9:14, and Numbers 15:29. Teach your children Deuteronomy 6:6 and 7. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. See also Deuteronomy 4:9, Deuteronomy 6:2, and Deuteronomy 11:19. Make tzitzit on your garments. I'm going to do this. I've got all the stuff, I've just got to do it. Numbers 15:38 and 40. Speak to the children of Israel, and you shall say to them to make tzitzit on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and to put a blue cord in the tzitzit of the corners. And it shall be to you for a tzitzit, and you shall see it, and shall remember all the commands of YHWH, and shall do them, and not search after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you went whoring, so that you remember, and shall do all my commands, and be Qodesh unto your Elohim. See also Deuteronomy 22:12. Write the commands, Deuteronomy 6:9. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. See also Deuteronomy 11:20. The commands as a sign, Exodus 13:9. And it shall be as a sign to you on your hand, and as a reminder between your eyes, that the Torah of YHWH is to be in your mouth. For with a strong hand YHWH has brought you out of Mitzrayim. See also Exodus 13:9 and 16, and Deuteronomy 6:8 and 11:18. Read the Torah, Deuteronomy 31:10 to 13. At the end of 7 years, at the appointed time, the year of release, at the festival of Sukkot, when all Yisrael comes to appear before YHWH your Elohim, in the place which he chooses, read this Torah before all Yisrael in their hearing. Assemble the people, the men and the women and the little ones, and your sojourner, who is within your gates, so that they hear, and so that they learn to revere YHWH your Elohim, and guard to do all the words of this Torah. And their children who have not known it should hear and learn to revere YHWH your Elohim, as long as you live in the land you are passing over the Yarden to possess. Deliberately defying the Torah, Numbers 15:30 to 31. And the being who acts defiantly, whether he is a native or a stranger, he reviles YHWH, and that being shall be cut off from among his people, because he has despised the word of YHWH, and has broken his command. That being shall certainly be cut off, his wickedness is upon him. See also Deuteronomy 17:12. The covenant of circumcision, Genesis 17:10 to 14. This is my covenant, which you guard between me and you, and your seed after you. Every male child among you is to be circumcised. And you shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall become a sign of the covenant between me and you. And a son of 8 days And a son of 8 days is circumcised by you, every male child in your generations. He who is born in your house or bought with silver from any foreigner who is not from your seed, he who is born in your house, and he who is bought with your silver has to be circumcised. So shall my covenant be in your flesh, for an everlasting covenant. And an uncircumcised male child who is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin, his life shall be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. See also Genesis 17:23-27, 34:15, and Exodus 4:25 and 12:48. Circumcision of the heart. Deuteronomy 10:16. You shall circumcise the foreskin of your heart and harden your neck no more. See also Deuteronomy 36. Chapter 30, verse 6. Cursing parents. Leviticus 29, verse 9. Chapter 20, verse 9. For everyone who curses his father or his mother shall certainly be put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother. His blood is on him. See also Exodus 20, verse 12, and 21, verse 17, and Deuteronomy 5, verse 16, and 27, verse 16. Smiting parents. Exodus 21:15. He who smites his father or his mother shall certainly be put to death. Murder and killing. Exodus 21:12-14. He who strikes a man so that he dies shall certainly be put to death. But if he did not lie in wait, but Elohim delivered him into his hand, then I shall appoint for you a place where he is to flee. But when a man acts presumptuously against his neighbour to kill him by treachery, you are to take him even from my altar to die. See also Genesis 9, verse 6, Exodus 20, verse 13, Leviticus 24, verse 17, Numbers 35, verses 16-24, and Numbers 30, Numbers 35, 30-31, verse 30-31, and Deuteronomy 5, verse 17, and 19, verse 11 and 12, adultery. Deuteronomy 22:22. When a man is found lying with a woman married to a husband, then both of them shall die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. Thus you shall purge the evil from Israel. See also Exodus 20:14, Leviticus 18:20, and Leviticus 20:10, and Deuteronomy 5:18. Adultery and rape. Deuteronomy 22:23 and 24. When a girl who is a maiden is engaged to a husband, and a man finds her in the city and lies with her, then you shall bring them both out to the gate of that city, and shall stone them to death, and with stones, the girl because she did not cry out in the city, and the man because he has humbled his neighbour's wife. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst. Rape. Deuteronomy 25:27. But if a man finds the girl who is engaged in the field, and the man seizes her and lies with her, then only the man who lay with her shall die. But you shall do no matter to the girl. The girl has no sin worthy of death, and the matter is like a man who rises against his neighbour and kills him, for he found her in the field. And she cried out, the engaged girl, but without anyone to save her. Whoring. Leviticus 19:29. Do not profane your daughter by making her a whore, so that the land does not whore, and the land becomes filled with wickedness. Prostitution, Deuteronomy 23:17. None of the daughters of Israel is to be a cult prostitute, nor any of the sons of Israel be a cult prostitute. See also Leviticus 21:9. Kidnapping, Exodus 21:16. And he who kidnaps a man and sells him, or if he is found in his hand, shall certainly be put to death. See also Deuteronomy 24:7. Regarding stealing, Leviticus 6:1-5. When any being sins and committed a trespass against Yahuwah, and has lied to his neighbour about a deposit, or about a pledge, or about a robbery, or shall extort from his neighbour, or has found what was lost and has lied concerning it, or sworn falsely, so that he sins in regard to any one of all these that a man does, then it shall be, when he sins and shall be guilty, that he shall return what he took by robbery, or what he has extorted, or the deposit which was deposited with him, or the lost item which he found, or all that about which he swore falsely. He shall repay its total value, add 1/5 more to it, and give it to whom it belongs on the day of his guilt offering. See also Exodus 20:15 and Leviticus 19:11 and Deuteronomy 5:19. Okay, theft of goods, Exodus 20:7-8. When a man gives silver or gold to his neighbour to guard, and it is stolen out of the man's house, if the thief is found, he repays double. If the thief is not found, then the master of the house shall be brought before Elohim to see whether he has put his hand into his neighbour's goods. Hatred toward your brother, Leviticus 19:17. Do not hate your brother in your heart, reprove your neighbour for certain, and bear no sin because of him. See also Genesis 27:41. Vengeance, bearing a grudge, Leviticus 19:18. Do not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the children of your people. And you shall love your neighbour as yourself. I am Yahuwah. See also Deuteronomy 32:35. Magic and witchcraft, Deuteronomy 18:10-14. Let no one be found among you who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices divination, or a user of magic, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or a spiritualist, or one who calls up the dead, for whoever does these are an abomination to Yahuwah. And because of these abominations, Yahuwah your Elohim drives them out from before you. See also Leviticus 19:26, 19:31, and 20:27. A medium stroke spiritist. Leviticus 20, verse 27. And a man or a woman in whom there is a medium, or who are spiritists, shall certainly be put to death. They are to stone them with stones. Their blood is upon them. See also Exodus 22:18, Leviticus 19:31 and Leviticus 20, verse 6. Tattoos and cuttings, Leviticus 19:28, and do not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor put tattoo marks on you. I am Yahuwah. See also Leviticus 21:5 and Deuteronomy 14:1. oppressing your neighbour. Leviticus 19:13. Do not oppress your neighbour, and do not rob the wages of him who is hired. It is not to remain with you all night until morning. See also Leviticus 25:17 and Deuteronomy 24:14. Strangers and sojourners, Leviticus 19:13-34. And when a stranger sojourns with you in your land, do not oppress him. Let the stranger who dwells among you be to you as the native among you, and you shall love him as yourself. For you are strangers in the land of Mitzrayim. I am Yahuwah, your Elohim. See also Exodus 22:21 and Exodus 23:9, Leviticus 19:13 and Deuteronomy 10:19 and 24:14. Excluded from the assembly of Yahuwah, Deuteronomy 23:1-3 and 23:7-8. One of wounded, mutilated, or genitalia cut off does not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. One of incestuous birth does not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. Even a 10th generation of his does not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. An Ammonite or Moabite does not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. Even a 10th generation of them does not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. Do not loathe an Edomite, for he is your brother. Do not loathe a Mizraite, because you were a stranger in his land. The children of the 3rd generation born to them do not enter the assembly of Yahuwah. See also Leviticus 21:17-21, vows. Deuteronomy 23:21-23. When you make a vow to Yahuwah your Elohim, do not delay to pay it, for Yahuwah your Elohim is certainly requiring it of you, and it shall be sin in you. But when you abstain from vowing, it is not sin in you. That which has gone from your lips you shall guard and do, for you voluntarily vowed to Yahuwah your Elohim what you have promised with your mouth, a rash oath. Leviticus 5:4. Or when a being swears, speaking rashly with his lips, to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man swears rashly with an oath, and it has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty of one of these. A witness to swearing, Leviticus 5:1. And when a being sins in that he has heard the voice of swearing, oh dear, and it is a witness, or has seen, or has known, but does not reveal it, he shall bear his wickedness. Slandering, Leviticus 19:16. Do not go slandering among your people. Do not stand against the blood of your neighbour. I am Yahuwah. A false report, Exodus 23:1. Do not bring a false report. Do not put your hand with the wicked to be a malicious witness. See also Exodus 20:16 and 23:7. See Leviticus 19:11 and Deuteronomy 5:20. Following an evil crowd, Exodus 23:2. Do not follow a crowd to do evil, nor bear witness in a strife, so as to turn aside after many, to pervert. Oh dear. We have a lot of changing in our societies today, don't we? A malicious witness. Deuteronomy 19:16-21. When a malicious witness rises up against any man to accuse him of a turning aside, then both men who have the dispute shall stand before Yahuwah before the Kohanim and the judges who serve in those days. And the judges shall diligently search and see if the witness is a false witness, who has falsely accused his brother. Then you shall do to him as he thought to have done to his brother. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst, and let the rest hear and revere. And never again do this evil matter in your midst, and let your eyes not pardon. For life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. See also Exodus 20:16, 23:1, Leviticus 19:11, and Deuteronomy 5:20. Okay, I'm going to halt there because there is so much to think about, so much to learn, and so much to go over. And I think this book is amazing. All these laws, and telling us who they're for and when they're for, and explaining to us how to look at them, really. Thank you, dearest Abba, for bringing people here to listen to your word, those that are the interested and those who are trying to be cleansed of their heart. Dearest Father, thank you for including us in your family and inviting us. I am most humbled by the presence of you in my life. Please have me always walk with you in this life and the next life, Father. I only want to be with you. Thank you for your word. Thank you for cleansing us and purifying us in heart and in mind. Thank you for giving us good spirits and for knowing our spirits more than we could ever know them whilst living in the flesh, Father. Thank you for holding us up by the hand and walking us through this life home to you. I love you dearly. Through Yushua we pray in YHWH. YHWH, Qodesh Elohim. YHWH Echad. Amen. I hope that this has been a berekoth to all that join me here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being interested in learning about our Father's laws and how to walk with Yushua HaMashiach, our Adon. Many berekoth to all of you. I hope you have a good day. Shalom and much ahav, mishpacha and havarim, and all who join me here. Yaray YHWH.